Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I live in Nova Scotia in Canada. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're an oldie, welcome back to my channel. In this video today, I'll be taking you through the domestic chores we get to do in Canada. Somebody asked in my video one time that I should, do a video showing how we get to do these chores, considering the fact that we don't get help like we do back home. For those of us who used to live in Nigeria or other African countries, that we had access to a lot of help, domestic help, even aside from domestic help, maybe our relatives or siblings who live with us. So I just thought this is the weekend, I just thought to, run you through some of the things we get to do and how we get to do them. This is me and my sweeping brush. So I'm sweeping the house. And so if you do something you like to watch, please come with me as I take you through our domestic chores and how we get to do it. I'll start with sweeping. So I get to sweep the house most. My kids also sweep maybe their room, some other small areas in the house. I likewise my husband, but I do it more. It's like I take it like that's my responsibility really. And there are 3 floors in the house. We have the up floor, the main floor, and the basement where I get to sweep at least once a week. Some areas in the house I sweep more than once a week, like the kitchen, the dining area. I get dirty more than the other places. I sweep those areas more. And I could take about a couple of hours to sweep the all 3 floors, like the rooms. Everywhere. It's like the number of rooms here that I get to do. That's like the chore I get to do that I'm quite responsible for. Not like it's tagged to me, but I take it upon myself to just it's for me. It's like that's my job. I get to do that. I know some people will get to hire people to help them clean their house. I haven't gotten to that stage yet, or maybe I don't have extra money yet. I'm just joking. I just think that it's not so much work really, because my husband and I get to do a lot of things together. So maybe in the future, but for now it's not so much work for me really, even though it can be stressful. But I haven't gotten to that stage where I hire people to sweep my house for me. I would say that. So but if you want that, I know people will get help to help people sweep their house for them. Yeah, here in Canada, a lot of the things we do it ourselves. Like this morning, my husband is trimming the grass outside. It's summer.
This is how you.
And here in Canada, there are different chores for different seasons. Like this is summer, it's trimming the grass and all of those. If it was winter, it would have been snow plowing, like we clear the snow. But this is summer, we are doing grass. So most times the chores even differ season to season. And I honestly find that I do more in terms of house chores, but my husband tries to argue with me and says, oh, he does this and that. But the truth is, the things he does are not things he does every day, like snow plowing, grass, and all of those things. They're not things he does every day. Electrical work in the house, and not every day, right? But me, I find myself doing much more. But now, I try to take it easy. What I can do, I do. I delegate as much as I can, because honestly, I feel that when you do so much, it makes you stressed out. So here are the girls cleaning up their toys. This is their toys this morning. Then I think it's cleaning up his room. I have to clear the toilet. And then you lay your bed. And then once the girls are done cleaning up, they also arrange their room and sort their room. And this is my husband plowing the snow. Snow plowing is not the easiest of chore at all. Like I was saying earlier about having different chore for different season, I was referring to snow plowing. And I remember that when my husband was not in Canada one time during winter, I had to hire somebody to help me clean the snow on the walkway. We're not even living in this house then. It was a smaller place, but even at that, I still could not do it myself. It could take it takes a lot. It causes back pain sometimes. Then another chore we also do in the family is grocery shopping or shopping generally, maybe for meat, for groceries, for things in the house. I also find this quite stressful for me, especially when we are doing bulk shopping. It stresses me out, honestly. I have people who say they enjoy shopping, not me. Driving to one place to another, going to buy stuff, it's not something I enjoy at all. I mean, if it was just one or two things, but when we do like bulk shopping, sometimes we go together actually. And up next is the plants. So we all have a couple of plants in the house that we water and take care of. Honestly, Abdul does a better job than I do with these plants because plants are quite delicate. They require a lot of attention, time, patience. I don't have that kind of patience, honestly. So him and the kids, take charge of this chore in the house. There was a time that I was not, disposed to doing it, and I was, I had to do it. Some of the plants died, sadly, because it's either I underwatered them or I overwatered them. He's more, careful with them. He pays attention to them. He gives them different treatment. Or what me I do just water them, but he's more careful, he's more attentive to them, I would say. So him and the kids do that. My kids also have, like my daughter had the plants that a teacher gave her, so she takes care of the plants. So that's that's what it does to water and take care of the plants. So him and the kids do a good job with the plants. So that's one of the chores we do in the house, and that's that. And this is the plant I was talking about my that my daughter has. She got it from her teacher a while ago. It was very small. Like, she grew to that level. Money plants, right? Money plant. Oh, can story to one bit. No car. Okay, can you sorry? Only money plants. Said is the belief is that it brings fortune to its owner. Oh yeah. Like at least no. So this is me watering the plant. I also love those plants a lot. Like I love the feel they give to the house. I try my best to care for them. Just that I think my best is not good enough. This plant has died because I overwatered it. Apparently. But I think I'm getting better with this caring for those plants. We still have this one, and I'm quite even attached to a number of them. In fact, all of them, they're quite special. But some died sadly, and I think I'm getting better actually. And up next is bulk cooking. So on Saturdays or Sunday, I take time out to cook. That will last us for a number of weeks. And this is me on one of those Saturdays. I also make all kinds of food. I could make like various kind of food. I'll put them in the freezer, fridge that will last us for a bit. So this takes a lot of my time. There are times that I've spent as much as 8 hours, 10 hours making all these different kind of food. I love cooking. I love to, to cook for my family. But I mean, sometimes without any help, particularly, it's just you doing it. It could be very, very tiring. So that's one of the chores we do. And that's that. My husband also cooks. He's a good cook. There's some things that he cooks very well. And one of his where he has like superpower is smoothie. My husband makes the smell like the best smoothie. The combinations is always great. It was mango smoothie, very tasty. I love his smoothies. And this day too, he made this cocoa, and it was really nice. Yeah.
It's cocoa. Cocoa. Oh man. As in, no, it's not being Mose.
And on some days we just do noodles and egg and chicken. Not every time serious cooking. Another food I also cook in bulk is yams because they are not, easily accessible and they are quite pricey. So when we buy them in bulk, and when we have them like that, I always cook all kinds of yam delicacies from boiled yam to fried yam to porridge. All kinds of yam I make when we buy a yam in bulk like that. So that's that. I cook a lot of bulk cooking, like a bulk. On some days we just order food. On this day was we had some sushi. My husband loves sushi a lot, and my son as well. I'm not really a fan, but I like it when they buy it. So that's what we had this day. Like, so it's not, sometimes I take a break from cooking because cooking can be quite stressful. I have people who say cooking, is a form of, they like cooking because it's a way to distress me. Cooking does not distress me. It has stressed me, but I love it though. Here are soups that were ordered from Shibi. That's egusi soup, akon, draw soup, ogbono, vegetable soup. That's our going beans and our going beans sauce. This were ordered from Shibi, from my dear friend. We call her Mommy Finn, one of Halifax. So we ordered food from her, a number of times. The first time I ordered food from her was in 2018 when I was pregnant. That day, at the time, she had not even commercialized the business like this. I just called her, but I knew she had a flair for cooking, so I called her. I'm really tired. I just need some soaps. And she went above and beyond. Even the one I did not ask her. I only asked for soaps. She even made me a cooler of jollof rice. Like she blew my mind that day. And even when I gave birth to my baby, she was like the chief cook with my other friends who took care of the catering for that day. So these are people these are people that make my life easier in this Nova Scotia. I'm just so grateful for them that I have them in my life. So we are looking for somebody to cook for you. Mommy Finn is your plug. She does a good job. I love to cook as well, but sometimes I take a break and just order food. I have some other people who also cook. This is what we do to make our life easier. You don't have as much help as we have back home in Nigeria. Sometimes you just take time out and get help where and when we can. So that's how we live. Yep. Another place we eat at is at FT Dishes. Sometimes we just go there and eat, and most times we order the food and take home. The owner is a very pleasant person, like very, very pleasant, very warm, very humble. He's like my husband's buddy. So we come here to eat on few occasions, and then most times we just order the food, and our food oh my god, like I'm even exaggerating. FT Dishes food at the bomb, like especially amala, ewedu and gbegiri. Oh my god, that's one of my favorites. And she has other delicacies. She does a good job. Like even my kids that are picky eaters, love her food. So on this day, we ordered the food, we brought it home, and then we ate it. In fact, this particular day, I think I made like soup that day, but I just had this very, serious cravings for amala biryani video, and we got it. It was so delish. So yes, that's that. This is my amala and begiri with goat meat, rishi meat from FT Dishes. So today I was really craving amala and begiri. So I placed an order at FT Dishes. Sometimes even though I cook, like this evening now, this afternoon, I've made this fish soup, but I just feel like eating amalang gbegiri, so that's why I ordered that. So sometimes it's not really about not having food or being lazy to cook, just having a cravings for something different. Particularly like gbegiri is not something I've made before in my life. Like I've never made gbegiri before because I find it very hard and time consuming. So I just order it when I feel like eating it. Somebody was trying to teach me one day, and for me the process was so cumbersome, so tedious. I'm like, on top gbegiri, no, I'd rather just order it, or when I see it anyway I'll buy it, but not stress myself to make it. Up next is car maintenance. So this department is headed by my husband. I don't even I don't even bother, to choke my head. Even though small things like this particular video, it was in the morning. It was my husband was leaving for work and was trying to show me. He just called me that the car, the tire had gone down. That I should come do it and no come off the stuff when it's finished pumping. I just came, let me come and see how it's done. Like, I don't even want to learn these things. Like, when it comes to cars, like, I just even don't want to learn it. There was a time that I had not flat tire, like, I had to, like, pump the tire. Like, and that day, my husband was not in Canada, he was in Nigeria. I had to, like, call him. It was somebody else that even had to come and help me, somebody in the store nearby. Like, I felt so silly that day. When it comes to cars, like I don't even want to learn. I just want to just drive it from point A to point B. He's very good with cars. He's like, he pays attention. So when it comes to cars, he'll tell me, can't you hear the movement of your car? Can't you hear that it's giving an unusual sound? Can't you hear? Like, I'm not hearing anything. Just want to drive the car. I don't want to know anything. So when it comes to this, my husband takes charge of this. So when I'm complaining that I do a lot, you'll be like, he does all these things that he doesn't come. This is another food spread from FT Dishes. My husband ordered this from her recently, and all of these soups were so yummy. Look at that, big bowl of meat stew with owishi. It was so yummy. I enjoyed this particular order. It was so good. Let me just add at this point that we do about 70 to 80% cooking in the house. When we order, maybe about 20 to 30% averagely. So we still do more of home cooking than we order food. So it doesn't look like we order all the food we eat. No. And next is taking the kids to playgrounds for their recreational activities like soccer, swimming. Though my husband and I take turns to do this, but I'm more intentional about things like this. I have like a routine with the kids. My husband is quite busy, so doesn't have time for all of these extra curriculum activities. But I take it upon myself to do it. We go to the playground, and honestly, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort that I commit myself to. So that's one of the things I get to take charge of.
Found you. Okay, guys. Ready, set, go. Good job.
And still on the area of having the kids play outside. So on this particular day, they were at the backyard. So most of them, they like to go outside, like out the backyard or even at the playground where they can play. Like on this, you can see they played really dirty, which I really don't mind them to do. My husband does not have the kind of time for that. So I commit myself to, intentionally make them go out, have outdoor plays, just do things that I did as a young girl. Especially my daughters, they love this kind of play. So they go out, play, they could get to see how dirty they were. I really don't mind. I'll wash them off, I'll clean them up, I'll bathe them, wash their clothes. For me, it's a form of, it gives me joy. Like I derive satisfaction from them having play, like outdoor play. So this is one of the things I do. For me, it's something I love, but it's a chore if you look at it that way. So these are things I commit myself to. So my husband is quite very handy with things like this. This is my office table. I changed my table one time and my chairs, and I was trying to help me to assemble them. If I was single, for example, I'd have to like get somebody to help me do this, or I don't mind paying because I'm not good with assembling things like from the beginning and all of those things like this. So he's quite good with that. So he gets to do this in the house for us. Honestly, we get to save a lot of money from all of these things because labor in Canada is not cheap at all. This is a window blind that was fixing. It fixes, and the one in the office space in the house. And he's really quite good with things like this, and I'm really grateful for that. These are all his tools. You see how many they have. He has other ones somewhere. He has so many of those tools that he gets to use for various tasks. Yeah, that's that. Because Canada is do it yourself. Even to get people to do it, you have to book appointments with them and all that. So this is a chair. Furniture was also trying to fix, assemble together. They just came, delivered it, and that was it. And this is so for our kids, I try to do my girls' hair myself. But I have a friend who does it for them on, like, if they have like a special occasion, maybe their birthdays or a party they want to go to, I take them to her. Then he also barbs our son's hair. Sometimes it goes to the barber's shop. Here I was trying to make some stuff for their hair. I always use like shea butter, coconut oil, and some other essential oils just to because black hair, it takes a lot of like care, like a lot of time and attention to their hair. So I get to do that myself. So that's when it comes to our kids, we try to be involved, and all these things I see that they also enable bonding between the family. We are always together in the same space, making their hair, talking, playing together, and all that. So that's the upside for me. Bonding time, it does bonding. Even my husband also makes my hair for me. It's weekend and this is me doing laundry. So for laundry, this is one of the chores I get to do. So I do laundry once a week for me and the kids' clothes. Yes, baby. Most times I do laundry for myself and for the kids, while I do those for himself, because he claims that he knows how to care for his clothes better. Who am I to complain? It also helps us with the white materials at home because those are delicate, so he's better at those ones.
You're so rude.
Not be so rude to my princess.
No, me not a princess.
So what are you? So what are you, my love? Come, baby. What are you?
A baby.
You a baby? Okay. You're a baby princess. Mwah. Now, don't be rude to my baby, please. She's a beautiful baby. Mwah. Got it, okay? That makes my beautiful video, okay? What was your laundry, okay?
Me want a pink heart and a blue here.
Okay, I'll think about it, okay? I'll talk to you later, okay? Now you finish your food, okay? Mommy loves you. What happened again?
You want a pink heart and a blue here and put it on me here.
Okay, I'll look for the pink heart for you, okay?
It's on the blue here.
Okay, I'll look for that for you, okay? Another chore. Settling scores. Settling fights between my kids. It's another chore I get to do. They don't even go to meet their father for anything like this. It is me they come to report to. Fifi. Mommy loves you, okay? So mommy is doing laundry. Como seria, mano? Que laundry?
No, she's eating cereal. She just Yeah, peanut butter and bread.
Okay, bye-bye. Mommy is busy, okay? It's so cute.
You can like Nabil.
You can? Pleasure for mommy.
I don't know.
But Nabi is a friend, he's a brother.
You can like Nabil.
Why?
Nabil is so rude.
Nabi is so rude? Nabi, what is your mommy?
Look how much I've done in my comic.
Wow, look at that. So
This
cool.
how much pages I've done in my comic.
This
This
like
much
Nabila.
left.
Okay. Who's expecting you?
I love you too, Fiza.
Yeah, she loves Nabi. It's because Nabi did something to her now. Okay, then I'm very busy. I'm doing the laundry, please.
Yeah.
I'll read it later, okay? It's cool. Okay. Helping to do the laundry.
Done.
Thank you. That's all. Good job. Good job, Mama. All done? Good, thank you. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because one of my subscribers asked that I do a video showing how we get to do these domestic chores in Canada between two people or even one person. If you're a single parent or a single person, I got to showcase this. It's not all glam in Canada. It's not all, you know, rosy. It's not all dollars. There are ups and downs. So this is one of the downs. Down is a down if you're used to having a lot of help do these chores for you. It may be a challenge for you. So I mean, what I always say is, you know, I can't have your cake and have it. So for me though, Canada has more gains for me than, you know, the downsides. That's why I'll do this, you know, I'll choose this over. Let me also add this here. So one of the things I hear causes rift or friction between a couple in Canada, and this is me speaking from my experience as well and from what I've heard, that a lot of our men, African men, Nigerian men, are not used to being domesticated. Like from my own experience here, even while growing up, I heard things like our mothers, our aunties, you know, our grandmas told we the women or the girls more, like you have to learn how to sweep, how to cook. So when you get married, you'll be useful to your husband's house, you'll be useful to yourself, to your husband. It was not learn how to cook to be self-sufficient, learn how to sweep to be, you know, hygienic. It was more of when you get married, when you have a man in your life, so you be my wife material. It was not about, you know, being useful to yourself. So, and also I hardly heard him say to my brothers or my male cousins all of these things. It was more to the girls. So the boys were made to wash cars, do certain kind of jobs, but not cleaning, so to speak. So I think that a lot of our men grew up with this mentality. So I'll say that a number of our men grew up with this mentality. So it may be a bit hard trying to, you know, do better in terms of being domesticated. It takes a lot of effort to, you know, get on you, like to unlearn what you grew up and knowing. So the onus now lies on us parents to do better in training our kids, for our kids to be, you know, self-sufficient, whether boy or girl. So let me also add that even though I've showcased what we do in my own family, it's not like I'm saying that it should be the same thing elsewhere. Not all women like to cook. Not all men can cook. Not all women like to clean, sweep like I do. So just to find a way to, you know, to see what works for your family. So you're able to have a joyful life in Canada. It can be very stressful, honestly. It can cause like a lot of friction. And even me, there are times we argue about who is to do what. So it's not like we have it all worked out. We still have, you know, friction sometimes, but we try to be intentional about, you know, how we do these things, and that's pretty much how we've been able to we are able to sustain ourselves, you know, on that side. So bottom line is that find what works for your family, find how to do this thing. Thank you very much for clicking this video. I really appreciate you watching this video. So on my channel, I just share my experiences about life in Canada. We just share, you know, tips, advice, information here and there. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat, and in this video I'll be taking you through my activities for this weekend. It's a long weekend in Nova Scotia and in many other provinces across Canada. So here it's called the Natal Day, and in other places it's called something else, civic holiday, some other things. Anyway, it's always the first Monday in August that this holiday is observed. So it's a long weekend for us. I'm excited. One of the things I'll be doing this weekend is doing a lot of baking. So I'm starting out with the sausage rolls. This recipe is from Sissy Jemima's YouTube channel. I've made this a couple of times. My family members love it. I love it. It's very filling. So I'm doing that. Another thing I'm also doing is banana bread. So when I have plantains like banana like this that's like overripe, I try to use them to make banana bread. So I'm making that. So I'm making some fruit smoothies as well this morning. So a lot of you know, baking and fruits like recipes. So come along with me. One thing I love about Sister Jemima's recipes is that she gives, you know, quantity in our videos, so you know how much, you know, ingredients to use for the recipes. I love that about her videos. When it comes to kneading dough, I find it hard to use my hand. It makes me like very exhausted, so I always use this thing here to knead my dough. And it comes out very smooth and not sticky. And I've started making the sausage rolls. Here they are.
It's really hot.
It's really hot. So those are my sausage rolls. And the next thing I'm making is banana bread. And this recipe is from Sissy Yummy. The sausages roll is from recipe from Sissy Jemima. This one is from Sissy Yummy. So I'm making this banana bread. These are my ingredients. The banana, the very ripe banana, overripe banana I would say. Flour, the sugar, butter, some salt there, baking powder, eggs, cinnamon, baking soda. So I'm making 2 batches of banana bread actually. So one of my kids does not like nuts. So I'm making one with nuts and the one without nuts. And the only thing I don't have as an ingredient is the yeast she said vanilla extract. So that was one of the ingredients in the recipe on CM's channel. I don't have vanilla extract, so I'll make do without that. And on her own blog as well, she does have the ingredients, but not it's almost ready, my love. And on our YouTube channel, she doesn't have the ingredient listed, but on our blog, she does have the ingredient listed, and she has the link to the blog on the YouTube channel, so you can check that out. So I'm making mine, and our sausage roll is ready.
Sausage roll! Mommy made a sausage roll!
Yep. My kids love it when I make it. They really, really love it. And likewise me as well. I'm not a fan of sausages by itself. Yeah. It's sausage, yes. I'm not a fan of sausage by itself. Yes, but with these bread rolls, like I love it. I can eat as much as possible. And it's very, very filling. That's why I love it.
I love the sausage rolls, yeah.
So I'm done mixing the ingredients. I'm making 2 pans, like I said earlier. One without nuts, one with nuts. So in the one that has nuts, I have my cashew nuts and almonds. So I'm going to put them in the oven now. Up next is my smoothie. So for smoothie, I have no recipe really. Whatever fruit I have at home, I blend together. I always have try to have banana at least, because that's the base of my smoothie. Without banana, I don't think I'll make smoothie. So if I have banana, any other thing I find in the fridge, in the fruit bowl I use. Now I have carrots, grapes, apple, oranges. I have spinach. I also try to also have spinach as well. I like to have spinach in my smoothie. That's the way I get to eat more vegetables, I must confess. But for the watermelon, I eat it all by itself. Two of my kids and I love watermelon, so we eat this one all by itself. I don't make smoothie with watermelon most times, but these other ones here, and also sometimes I had yogurt to it. So let's go.
We're going to eat it.
Yes. So here is my bowl of watermelon. I love watermelon so much. I could eat it all day.
I kiss you, Mommy.
Thank you. I kiss you too. So my kids also love it. I love it so much. So I don't make this with smoothie. Just eat it all by itself. It's so juicy. So these are all my fruit for my smoothie. They are all washed and cut into pieces. I'm going to blend them now. And here is my banana bread, one with the nuts and one without the nuts. It's ready. The other one looks like more burnt than this other one, but really I like my dough really cooked, just to be sure that I'm not eating raw flour. So that's it. It's my smoothie, my green smoothie. Banana bread, sausage rolls, my watermelon. Spent a chunk of my Saturday doing all this. This is what the inside of the banana bread looks like. Looks so yummy.
Do sometimes I like.
My son is mimicking me. Come on, do it again. Come on, do it again. And then the baby do it again. That's our banana bread and bread sausage roll, good enough for lunch for the kids for summer camp. Very filling. And I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Like my video, comment if you have what to say or a feedback to give. I really appreciate to read from you. Thank you so much. Share my videos for those who think that will be helpful too. Thank you and have a great time. Bye.